Now, amid the confusion with the COVID-19 vaccine rollout, state lawmakers say they're not getting clear answers and even suggested they could pass legislation to deal with this. But Democrats worry that could create even more issues. Our Capitol reporter Michael Hyland is live at the General Assembly. Michael, there's a lot of frustration with how things keep changing. It's like new every day.
Right, so I asked state lawmakers, what do they actually want to do about that? Republicans are calling for more oversight hearings, but Democrats are concerned about getting too involved in the management of this.
1, 2, 3.
As the state shifts to mass vaccination sites, local health officials are frustrated. Fewer COVID-19 vaccine doses are coming their way, creating confusion for people eager to get their shots.
I really am concerned about the zigzag that we're seeing.
On Wednesday, House Speaker Tim Moore said he wants another hearing on the Cooper administration's handling of the rollout as soon as possible. Beyond raising the concerns about it and the questions that you have, bringing Dr. Cohen in, what do you think you all actually can do here in the General Assembly that would improve the process?
Of course, we would have a number of options, I guess, if we had to, as far as the distribution. But really right now, what we want to do is, ask, we're getting questions.
Moore suggests having more primary care physicians and pharmacies involved in distribution.
That simply is inherently more efficient than health departments and hospitals that have so many other things they deal with.
Too many cooks spoil the cake.
Democratic Senator Dan Blue worries about legislators trying to manage the details of the rollout.
We can't be the ones that say that you're going to give X number of doses of the vaccine to this county and Y number to another.
Senate Leader Phil Berger said they could take up bills related to this, but it's not clear what that would entail.
We will have suggestions. There may be legislation at some point, but at this point, I think the best thing that we can do is point out what we see as the problems.
Lawmakers are also working on bills related to the governor's emergency powers and reopening schools. There are new studies out this week, including from the CDC, that found low rates of transmission in schools that took the proper precautions when it comes to COVID-19. Speaker Moore says he expects some of the money that's coming from the latest stimulus bill from the federal government will go towards schools to try to help them reopen as safely as possible. Live in Raleigh, Michael Hyland, CBS 17 News.
All right, Michael, thank you. And we're getting our first